Hello from the allotment in the field. First weekend in November. It's been a bright, sunny day, and we've got jobs to clear all the plants that have died during the first couple of frosts this week. So we'll see how it goes.
Well, Nigel already started taking the flags down. Okay, he needs the scissors for that, because some of them might be tied up to the poles and to the fencing. And yes, so and I will. My first thing will be to tidy up this bed, which is, I think I have to conclude, this bed is not good for onions. For some reason, last year I planted onions and garlic here and nothing happened, and leeks also suffered here, which are slightly better elsewhere. I'm going to clear this up. We're going to prepare this bed for broad beans, which is just germinating the plugs, and we will see, because all these beds down here we couldn't have vegetables just in a ground. It does get very, very wet, and I think especially runny beans love it. So I'm going to try broad beans here. This is the normal sort of going to be Aquadulce Claudia. In the meantime, I just get on with sorting it out. So I'm just gonna shake them off. Put them in the bag. Next time, Bill and Val, they will be naked. And it's a shame because I have to kind of dig them out, really. And it's supposed to be loaded bed, so never mind. We all live and learn all the time. See, these, I think, not so much the rusty thing is something like, is it called allium worm, or when they break off at the level of the soil. As you can hear, more fireworks today. Today's the day. Well, I should just tidy this up now a little bit. I just brought a couple of pots with spent soil from the polytunnel, and I will empty them onto the beds. Make sure it's reused, the soil is reused. We don't want too much just compost in this bed, so we're going to try to break them down. I'm not removing the leaves from the bed either. I just think that it benefits, it will slowly decompose, and it's just a few leaves there. I removed all the perennial weeds. I removed excited tomatoes. I'm currently having broccoli and just spread this. So next I'm going to clear those cosmos, which kind of never manage really to flower, and the dahlias in this bed, and the dahlias on the back in this bed, and plant some spring bulbs. Loved it, but anything which is tender. I know that lots of people dig the dahlias out, but I'm gonna just cover them with loads of compost, and they should spring back next year. I have done that in the main bed this year, and it all worked absolutely fine. So there's no reason not to do this again. You can see the size of this cosmos. It grew into the size of a tree, but very little flowers. And I've decided that in this bed I'm going to put 3 bags of these mixed tulips, and the alliums will go to the next bed, and also those lovely tulips there. The narcissus are going to go by the apiary to provide some early nectar for the bees. I hope bees like them. I need to check. And I just gonna clear the other bed and start planting. Couple of things in this bed I'm gonna lift. First of all, this still very pretty and haven't been damaged salvia. It's all it's light blue, and I have a fairly dark blue salvia which also haven't been damaged. I'm gonna remove the gladioli. Let me just see if I can do this. So I'm just removing them. I'm going to dry them up. As per, I'm not big gladiola grower. They have not flowered this year, but I think they've been not planted in a place they would have liked. So I'm just moving them out, and I'm going to leave them to dry in the greenhouse. I'm just going to cut the leaves of them. We don't really need that while they're drying. As you can see, not very many. They're supposed to be chocolate color, and I was hoping they were going to give a little bit of height to this border. and that's why this time I'm going to plant, for early spring, I'm going to plant alliums. Later on in the summer, I think the dahlias give enough height for this bed. I'm going to try to leave the first of the salvias, and I'm just going to cut them short because it really doesn't help me of them, and they're so long. And I've got some compost here, but they don't really need to grow, they just need to overwinter. I'm just making sure that I get some of the root bulb with it. They came from tiny cuttings. Let's see if they will come out with some sort of root bulb. It's a little bit, obviously, traumatic for them. Okay, we have nice root on them. I'm gonna put some of this compost they came from originally with, they were growing in, and add the plant in. It's as simple as that. Make sure the roots are in. And we try to overwinter them. I've got some fresh compost here, just to fill the rest of it. Making sure that from every side they are nice and snug and okay. And this one is ready to be taken to the greenhouse. See, last year that's what is left with the one which I overwintered in the polytunnel. Didn't actually survive the overwintering process, but hopefully better luck this year. So what I've got here, I've got some of these lovely alliums and tulipa, black parrot and Vichy, I think. Let me just see the packaging. It says, yeah. So these are the tulips, and the allium is gladiator. I've got 10 of the alliums, and I've got 16 of the tulips. I shall just randomly put them in. So I mainly put the alliums towards the middle to give the bed a little bit of height, and just because there's going to be some compost going on top of it, I'm not putting them dreadfully deep because there will be additional compost on there. I think it was high time for them to go in, to be honest. Otherwise, they would probably catch some sort of disease. And also, I have got some tulips, which is going to be even easier to plant. I'm planting the tulips in kind of slightly random fashion, in a groups, in corners. I think that corner down there might be slightly bare, but if I have anything left over, I will remember that this needs to be still added. So this goes in. Are they still nice and hopefully healthy. I'm gonna do a few here. Oh, that's quite dry. This bed is now done. The alliums are under quite a deep coating of soil, and then the a wheelbarrow and a half of the green compost. The water is obstructing Nigel's way, and Nigel is spreading manure on the cardboard where we had squashes and courgettes, preparing that for next year. Not an entirely clean plan, but I have a feeling I might put potatoes there next year. I have removed all the dahlias from this bed. I tend to leave the Verbena bonariensis for a little bit longer because it looks quite nice in winter. I will try to save and overwinter a couple of salvias. There's a couple of salvias here. Already overwintered couple in a previous beds. So we'll now just cut out the cosmos and the verbascum. Okay. I'm just gonna remove the verbascum. There's a good new growth of them already. They've been so lovely this year. Eaten by caterpillars, managed to get back into action. Even when you partially remove the debris, you can see there is life happening there already. These would be probably irises coming along, and there's quite loads of them on the other side too. And not quite sure, lots of seedlings. So I carry on working, and I'll come back when we have something more to show.
So it's Sunday. Margosha's been busy clearing all the flower beds of the plants that died from the first frosts, clearing and putting new compost on. All the sunflowers have been taken out. Most of the raspberries gone, just the odd one or two left. Still picking in November, can't be bad. But that's the end, I think. This section's been cleared. We're laying cardboard with a layer of horse manure, well rotted horse manure, and this eventually will go all the way along here. Weekend work's over. Margosha's home. probably not cooking my dinner, but so it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Argosha, and I hope you enjoy this, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Bye.